Yusha from Land of Yusha Land, and back at it with another speed art video, and this time it's sort of fan art of Private Henry Wilkes from mostly how he appears in AMC's The Terror, because, I don't know, pretty, like, very, very, very minor character, and in fact, it's not really strange. If you just had something, my beautiful, silly Tory cat is, like, messing with stuff, just kind of pushing stuff around with her beautiful little paws. Oh, kitty witty. You're a little cute. Anyway, yeah, that's my cat. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, very, very minor character in AMC's The Terror, in fact. Pretty much appears in only one episode, well, that they're really noticeable in, but, so yeah, like, one primary episode where they actually appear in without even talking, so it's not surprising if you really never noticed them in the show, but, yeah, I just wanted to draw him because, he had, like, a distinctive, I don't know the actor who played him, because, I don't know, just such a minor character that they didn't appear in the credits. I don't know, that kind of, like, not really seen in the show. Even way less seen in the show than Aaron, who's my favorite, as I've shown many times in this YouTube channel alone. Anyway, so, I don't know, they had, like, the character of Henry Wilkes had, like, a really distinct, like, stern, like, emotionally ardent face, which I really liked. I wanted to, like, draw that, like, a very emotionally ardent, like, soldier, you know, coming back from war or something like that. So yeah, and I wanted to mix that in with the frozen winter snowflake scene because, you know, the whole idea that they were stuck in the ice and everything on the Franklin expedition, in real life as well, so yeah, I just wanted to, like, capture emotionally hardened emotions and more tense, and, you know, they're supposed to, like kind of, like, be posed kind of like a soldier, or just really, like, straightened out, you know, back, or, you know, where you're kind of, like, holding your chest out, you know, kind of thing, like, you know, I don't know, how I assume, like, soldiers are, like, you know, kind of stance, like, you know, with the same emotionally ardent look on their face, so, I don't know. That's kind of the reason posed in the way that he is, because I was not in the mood to do something more dynamic. So yeah, thank gosh for the radial symmetry tool in Procreate app, or else I wouldn't have been able to draw those snowflakes. So anyway, I wanted to draw snowflakes again because, that, Frozen 2 fan art I did, which is also on this channel, and, on this YouTube channel of mine, so, yeah, the kind of inspiration, I wanted to draw something really light blue, with using light blues again, so, and very snowflake ice theme, so yeah, that's kind of where it started out, and stuff. What else can I talk about? Oh yeah, in the final image, you might see that there are some frozen handprints, kind of like if you pressed your hand against, like, a frozen surface, and you know, your handprint shows up, and, yeah, I actually added 3 of those, one of them really less noticeable than the other 2, but anyway, so yeah, I initially was not going to include that, which is kind of weird, like, when the very early stages of this particular artwork, it was supposed to have the handprints, and then halfway through the process, I got rid of the idea of adding the handprints, and then at the very end, I decided to add in the handprints again, so it was kind of random. I actually like how the effect turned out, really, because I think it ended up looking a bit cool, and I actually think that I like it better with the handprints than if I did not include them, so that's kind of cool. And it was my first, like, time trying to create that effect, and I actually really like how it turned out. So, this drawing took 5 ever to complete, as most of my fully fledged artworks, like, of this type of quality usually take to complete. And, using the usual method I use in order to draw artworks like this that don't include like very blatant line art, you know, kind of like the liver mortis drawing I did, and the you know, the style, the line art heavy style I've been drawing those character reference sheets in, which are scattered throughout the menagerie of videos on my channel anyway. So anyway, so yeah, this is not this drawing right here is like in the usual method I use to draw the drawings that don't have blatant line art, but like, you know, I start out with like a sketch, and then I use like a brush, a sort of like brush to like blend in the lines, the sketch lines into the, like, you know, the color, so it's not too wash of lines. So yeah, that usual method that is seen in the Elsa artwork and the Christmas drawing and stuff like that I've done that don't include wash lines. Anyway, usual method with multiply layers, and also I've been using the overlay to like add in, like, you know, highlights really quickly, kind of like in the Elsa drawing. Wait, did I use it in that one? I don't remember, but yeah, I've been using those for that kind of, been doing that to the drawings I've been doing in this method as well. I really need to find out how to combat procrastination, because I don't know, I'm feeling kind of weird, like kind of stuck, like not much progress is being made on my end, like I don't know, I really have to find out how to get motivated and stuff like that, because I'm kind of slacking on the progress that I said, or that I would make. Well, I didn't like make any official promise publicly, but to myself, kind of like an inner goal, you know, New Year's resolution, to like try to, like, you know, draw a lot more than I did last year, even more than I did last year. I still made pretty, in my opinion, decent progress on improvement, like finding my drawing style last year in 2019. And I made some, in my opinion, it felt like artistic achievements or stuff like that. Like my drawing style improved. I found my drawing coloring style, and even though it was pretty like groundbreaking for me personally, artistically, and emotionally, compared to 2018, but even though it was pretty groundbreaking for me, like a lot of artistic achievements I feel were completed on my end, I still have not been like drawing at, like, making as many finished artworks as I would have liked so far in this year. Like, it's still really early in this year, and, you know, who knows, maybe if I find my procrastination really soon, who knows, maybe I'll amp up on the quantity of artworks or videos, you know, I don't know, you never know. But yeah, I'm just kind of like slacking, you know, on the art I would have liked to make. I got plenty of Aaron Jeffcoat portraits so far for this year alone, so I don't know. And yeah, I do like how the drawings Liver Mortis and the Elsa artwork. Wait, did I do that in? Yeah, I did do that this year. And the character design reference sheets that I've been able to complete so far this year. Wait, have I? Yeah, I've only done 3 for this year, but I like them. Like, they're really good for, like, helping me out, like, figure out how to draw poses and stuff, and, like, figure out a character's personality through a drawing, you know, and stuff like that. Which is kind of random because I haven't really, like, fleshed out each of their personalities in detail. I just kind of drew them in a pose that felt, like, goofy or entertaining enough. I don't know. That would serve as good practice. I don't know. So anyway, there was something else I was gonna say, but I interrupted myself. Oh yeah, and I'm close to finishing that one sketchbook I've been on-off alluding to with, that shows the, like, thumbnail doodles, the, like, sketchbook where I plan out, like, fully fledged doodles, if I am to make them fully fledged doodles, to be frank. I'm really close to, like, finishing that little doodle book. It has a little, like really, like, sketchy drawings in it with ballpoint pen because, you know, it's supposed to be quick, like to jot down ideas. That's like my sketchbook to jot down ideas, and I kind of mentioned this on my website, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna continue posting sketchbook videos in a sense in which like you know, the like Blick sketchbooks, you know, the sketchbooks where I draw, you know, like seen in previous videos, in which there are a lot more finished doodles, not drawn in ballpoint pen, like more like pencil-y doodles of like faces and character designs. I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna continue doing those, like, because, most of all, because, well, partially both because, you know, they don't get that many, like, viewership. And it's not that I'm ungrateful with the viewership I do have, like, I'm still grateful about it, but it's like, it's not like many people, like, well, in terms of thousands, it's not like that many people have viewed them, and it's, they're kind of, like, difficult to make in a weird way, because, like, I love to talk, and lots of the time they would turn out, like, 30-plus minutes, which would absolutely kill my own voice, which is unpleasant of a feeling, so, yeah. Yeah, they're hard to make. They don't get too darn much viewership in terms of thousands, at least. It's not like too darn many people right now, as I'm recording this audio, have seen them or anything like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue, I don't know, because of the reasons given, and that I have been writing quite a few spoilers in the one I'm currently using. So, spoilers and, like, outfit designs and character designs that, I really, really am apprehensive about showing publicly because, you know, I actually, like, hopefully this doesn't come off as boastful or anything, but I actually am liking how they're turning out, like some of the doodles that turned out, the character designs I have been able to draw in it, so, which I would not like to have stolen, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have much more sketchbook videos, at least not really anytime soon, because, you never know, but not really anytime soon, because I'm really afraid of the ideas in them, the current one I'm using, being stolen. In fact, from the beginning, I was kind of apprehensive about showing the last fully fledged one, because there were a lot of things in it, written and drawn in it, that I am still kind of worried might get stolen, but still. So, maybe not many, like, sketchbook videos in the sense that have, like, fully, like, not colored obviously, but, like, sketched out in pencil drawings, at least. Maybe I'll show, like, the, well, I can't make promises, but maybe I'll just show the, like, thumbnail doodle sketchbook that I have been working on and, about to finish. Like, there's only, like, a few or so, like 7 maybe pages left. I'm not the best at estimation, but still not that many left, so who knows. I would like to make a video about that one, because I don't know, even if nobody really, like, watches it right away, or ever, it's like, I still think it would be interesting, because there are things that I would like to make videos of that I, in the future, little old me, could look back on, like, my own thought process back then, and, stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm kind of like one of those sentimental people. I want to look back so, like, I could keep on motivating myself, because, you know, artists out there in the art community will say don't throw out your own art and stuff like that, because you can look at it later and be, like, really, like, motivated to keep going. Like, you know, start at out one point, and then much later on you've improved at your art or your skill, and then it's, like, really a motivator how much it has changed, you know, and, like, you know, how much improvement you've made. So I'm kind of like in that kind of, like, sentimental mode in which I would like to make these videos whether or not people view them or not, and just, you know, you know, just continue to motivate myself, even though my sketchbooks alone could do that, even without videos, but I don't know. These videos and the website I'm currently using to make, like, you know, the website I created, is, like, really meant to, like, archive my process on this project, like, the big story, like, to archive my progress and, you know, my portfolio as well, but mostly to, like, cater to, like, all the art I do for this big story. So, like, yeah, I wrote down in the about section of my website, I'm reading it right now, that Okay, the site is largely catered to archiving my progress on the project and stuff like that, so all the drawings, like, I've been doing of it from 2018 onward, so it's, like, constantly, like, you know, like, archiving, like, where I started and, like, where I'm going, you know, the journey of it, you know, even if it, like, you know, success or failure, it's just, you know, interesting, because, 2018, it's, like, starting from, like, the ground up, starting with one character and creating more and more, you know, just, you know, 2018 progress and onwards, because, I don't know, even if it, like, you know, doesn't sell any copies, or even if it were to go nowhere, it's, like, interesting where this idea, which I personally am, like, really invested in myself, like, can look back and, like, I did all this work, whether if it's really for anything or not, it's, like, interesting, like, you know, with these, like, you know, old posts of where it all started, like, you know, from the ground up, technically, 'cause it kind of, like, started with, like, this vague idea, and then it got deeper and deeper in symbolism, and then it, like, started with, like, one character, one simple character, and then the evolution of a character, because, like, I've been redesigning a lot of things lately, a lot of character outfits and stuff, and, like, I've added more and more detail to both their backstories and, like, their outfits, too, so, like, it's really interesting. Well, I think it would be, like, for me, myself, it's, like, looking back and, like, you know, this character started out here, and it's, like, or this overall story, this whole concept started out, like, you know, and just watching it grow from, like, the ground up, you know, so. Even if it, like, you know, it's a complete failure or gets panned widespread or whatever, it's just, like, you know, seeing just, I'm being repetitive, but just, you know, ground up, you know, progress on it, and seeing where it goes, and the end, oh, well, not entire, because I kind of started the idea out when I was, like, 16, and I'm 19 right now, but, you know, yeah, just to show, well, myself, like, you know, the entire journey, well, not entire, but, you know, it rolled off my tongue, Freudian slip right there, but, just to show that myself, like, you know, where this, like, you know, where it was going, you know, even if I, yeah, failure or not, success or failure, it's just the entire journey of, like, stop saying entire, but, like, just most of the journey from, like, building this entire thing, like, you know, where it started with this one character and this one sketch or this one vague idea, and just, you know, it would be interesting where it might go in, like, 5 years, but who knows. I don't really expect it to do all that much, really, like, not anytime soon. No matter what, even success or failure, I just think it would be interesting, because even so far, even, like, you know, a solid year of working on it, almost 2 years, just a lot of things have changed, you know, my drawing style and my improvement in my own art and everything. I just think it's just a cool journey to archive and just, you know, put out there somewhere so I can look at it later, who knows. Anyway, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in whatever video I make. Bye! And final view of the image in a couple seconds. So yeah, and there's the handprints. And I tried some overexposed lighting effect, but I obviously didn't want to make it excessive, but still. So there's some details of it. So thank you for watching, and see you next time in whatever video I make. Bye!